Hey guys, how's it going? Jacob here. So today we're going to be looking at my DSLR audio setup and how we can improve yours on a budget. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, just FYI, the gear I'm mentioning doesn't go into every setup and every possible option, so don't take this as law by any means. This is just very what's worked for me under a budget, so just to let y'all know. Alright guys, so first thing I'm going to be talking about is the Rode Videomic Pro. Now this microphone is a very high quality microphone. There's a non-pro version as well. However, the reason I went with the pro version itself is due to the better amp built into it. So basically you can add a plus 20 dB setting, which outputs a lot more sound to the camera and kind of makes it clearer because you can take down the volume and don't have to, turn up the volume all the way in post. While the Pro isn't a necessity, it definitely helps if you're trying to have more of a minimal run-and-gun setup, as you can just plug it straight into the camera and get excellent sound due to the high-quality built-in amp. So the plus 20 setting is going to work well in quiet environments. They also have a 0 setting, if you're in a slightly louder environment, and then a minus 10, I believe, which is basically for like concerts or very loud environments, things like that, where you want to just kind of bring back the sound so you make sure you're not peaking. It doesn't help as much with the next piece I'm going to talk about, but it definitely, if you're trying to just go for a very minimal setup, it helps a ton. So the next piece I'm going to talk about is the Zoom H1. Now the Zoom H1 is really nice because it allows you to have a portable recorder and a slight, rudimentary mixer in a way. So it's going to allow you to adjust the levels going into your camera via the headphone port going out of it. So the way I have my setup right now is I have the Rode Videomic Pro going into the Zoom H1, going into the line in, and then I have the audio coming out of the Zoom H1 and going right into camera. Now I could actually record the audio and output it at the same time, so if I wanted to have say slightly better, higher fidelity audio being captured, I could do so on the Zoom H1 coming from the Rode Videomic and then basically sync it up in post. Now another nice thing is you can also adjust the levels, both the volume out and the input volume, so you're really going to be able to control like where your peaks are going to happen. So you can just really adjust it a ton based on what environment you're in. So for example, in a very quiet room, you're going to want to bump up that volume, you're going to want to bump up that input sound till you're just below peaking, talking at a fairly loud volume, for example, right here, so you don't peak. Now, the reason this piece isn't really needed with the Rode Videomic Pro specifically is because the Rode Videomic Pro already has a setting that allows you to do some very rudimentary kind of like, you can do plus 20 dB or negative 10 dB, whatever the lower one is, or 0. So it allows you to adjust the volume going in already, but I just find that the Zoom H1 allows for a much finer tune to the audio levels in general, which just allows me to get a better final product. And while I'm shooting, it allows me to see where peaking is happening easier if I don't have Magic Lantern running on the camera. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is the custom firmware I run on my 60D. Now this is Magic Lantern, and warning, it's not supported by Canon. So you have to really worry about warranty-wise if you want to really take the risk and run it. Now for me, there's a variety of options that it offers me, and then in relation to this video, it's just a variety of audio options that can really enhance my DSLR shooting experience. So that's the reason I choose to take the risk. But certainly if you're feeling uncomfortable with the whole setup yet, definitely take a step back and learn what the camera has to offer first, and then you can go on beyond that and kind of introduce more options as you're ready. So it's definitely a personal preference thing. For me personally, I really enjoy having it, and it offers just a lot to me. So as far as audio options, I can see the audio levels on the camera screen, which is really nice and definitely a giant help. It also offers analog audio gain, which is going to help you out in adjusting, fine-tuning those levels finally when they come into the camera, so you don't always have to have like a secondary recorder like the Zoom H1. So you could just basically run in a line from any kind of microphone and adjust the levels from there. You're definitely not going to get the same kind of quality, but it's just an option that allows you to have more of a versatile shooting setup. So I think that's going to about do it for this video. I really appreciate all of you watching, and if you could leave a like or comment down below, it really helps me out. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.